Wait a minute, you turn that thing on already?
Yeah, I did.
Shoot me. I had to check, I was checking, make sure my teeth were clean. Maybe I'm probably, I don't know. Welcome to another episode. This will be episode 2 of our special news broadcast. We like to call it here at Chapter 47 Productions, our news broadcast. What we're going to do, we're going to start out today, make it real quick. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cover, we're going to start in the, what? All right, so it's on again. You got it on again.
Yeah.
You're not going to cut me short.
Nope.
I was Cooter out there playing behind me or something. Was you flipping me off? What was you on? How's that fire done? All right, yeah, we're rolling around 300. That's where I want to go. All right, back to entertainment. We're going to start our segment out tonight with entertainment. Chapter 47 entertainment. We're going to cover. Now, did you hear about that feller, Dick Van Dyke? That man done turned 100 years old. 100 years old. Could you imagine that? Running, prancing around, singing, dancing, and making people laugh for 100 years?
Yeah, I can remember watching him on Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. I tell you what, he was on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I believe. With the flying cars, those Japanese and Chinese ain't got nothing on us. We invented the flying car, I tell you what. What was his parents thinking though? I mean, can you imagine back 100 years ago, this means 1925, never mind. 1925, they named him Dick Van Dyke. Now, if that's his real name, Dick Van Dyke, can you imagine somebody called their kid Dick Van Dyke today? I mean, you're not even allowed to put those 3 words together, a dick and a van and a dyke, all 3 in a van. That's just not going to work. Somebody's going to jail, that's all I'm saying. So, or at least an HR problem or something. Anywho, he get canceled by them damn, some call them snowflakes, some call them liberals. I don't know what to call them anymore because, you know, you got to be politically, you can kiss my political correct ass. I ain't never going to be politically correct. All right, so, you know that. So, anyway, I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Dick. Good job, Dick. Yeah, I hope you enjoy your birthday. 100 years. That's a good thing. All right, so we're going to go on and we're going to move in over to the weather. See, so I'm out here, backyard in Flavorverse. We're going to do us up some jalapeno cheese brats. And I got some more of those hollering jalapenos. If you touch your peppers there, we're going to get them stuffed here and bacon wrapped. So remember that pork butt we rubbed. Now remember that pork butt we did last couple of those last year? So I got some of that, chop that up real fine, and put it in the cheese and all my other mixtures in there. We're going to stuff the jalapenos and with my gloves on because I'm not touching my
gloves.
Yeah. All right. So, anywho, weather. That's what I was talking about, the weather. So it's clear, it's a little sunny, a nice gentle breeze out here, and so the extended forecast is going to be the same until I get done smoking these food up anyway. So, all right. So you go ahead and hit the pause for a minute. You ready now? So I got thumbs up. Can I go? Good thing I got an editor because don't knock that railing off.
I won't.
What do you think? I try to get some more duct tape. You gotta get that speeder.
You didn't even use
Oh, just back on. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Really? Now I gotta start all over. I'm not putting that in my. Those type of manners, you're gonna be like Miss Piggy, ending up right on that grill.
I'm sorry. You have a pig on your shirt?
Well, I have manners too. Speaking of old manners, let's get back to sports. Today in sports, we're going to talk about, I don't know who your teams are, but we got left here in my area, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just want to say, I don't know what the hell's going on, but they're sucking. And you should know right now, you probably, if you ever watch any of your games, which I'm not sure why you would, you got good people on there, but somehow they just all can't get their, you know, why you got water running out your nose? Literally, I taught you how to drink water like when you were 1 year old. It's not even something you have to teach. Why the only way you can blast off? I'm not even sure you can count that high. 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, you rolling? We're so rolling. Okay. So where was we? She had to go take a beer break. She went and got me one of these. So this is what I call the brew cast, right? This is not a newscast. This is a brew cast. We talked about that the other night. She got me one of these foo drinks. I said, don't bring me back any one of those foo drinks. And when she do, she bring me back a Summer Fest. I might as well just put my little pinky up and say, hey, Summer Fest refreshed lager. But I don't drink lager beer. Might as well be drinking a Bud
Oh my
Light.
gosh, you're fine.
Yeah, say that now.
You saying it's a grandma beer. You're a grandpa. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Secret ingredient. You better get back over there and drive that camera, girl. Well, you know, I still got a little bit of my ip in here. One time I went over to St. Louis with the wife and missus. We go in this bar, and we didn't know a whole lot about craft beer back then. We were drinking me and a lot of Bud Lights back then, them days. But we went over to this place called Urban Chestnut, and we went in there, and there was a beer on the menu, chalkboard menu. I guess they ran out of, I don't know, whatever they ran out of, but they used a chalkboard, and they wrote up there. Felt like I was back in school because I had to ask questions. I even raised my hand. I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Bartender, teacher, bartender, Mister. What is a stilippa?" And he looked at me and he, "What?" I said, "Stilippa, right up there. It's a stilippa. What's a stilippa? I don't know what the hell a stilippa is." And he laughed at me again. He says, "Oh, that's a St. Louis IPA." I said, "Oh, what?" He said it's an IPA. It's a different type of beer. It's more of a bitter and it's got more hops and stuff like that. And oh, you're probably gonna love it. I said, all right, well, go ahead and give me one. I'll try. And I'll tell you what, that man was so wrong. I did not love it at all.
Were you at school?
I was getting schooled that day. I learned that I didn't like that beer. So because
your teacher.
So now I'm gonna try one.
Fired.
Well, hey, you know what?
He gave you beer at school.
You ever act like a condiment and catch up?
Unbelievable.
I'm not even talking about school. Get back there and man the camera. You don't gotta know where we're at. So let me see. What was I talking about?
We're at 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Well, I got another 2 minutes before the next commercial. By the way, commercial, I want to let you all know 47% truck beer.
Oh yeah.
Our news broadcast. Our news broadcast is brought to you by the old redneck Republican. So you head on over there to that what is that called? The Amazonian wealth thing. Hey, now you leave my cigar alone. That's not a toy. That's not a toy. That's not a toy. No, I'll take the ring. I'll show you. No, you gonna no. You break that paper, I'm gonna be so dumb. Anyway, get over that Amazon web thing. Get yourself one of the your copy of the Redneck Republican Cookbook. They're our proud sponsor of Brews Cast. And you can even grab some of your merch here. Oh, yeah. Miss Piggy, can you see that? Mind your pork and business. I'll tell you what, we're talking about pork and business tonight because we're moving right on into the sports broadcast. We're going to talk about, I don't know where you're from. Oh, you're going to tell me we're out of time again?
Oh, no, but I do want to let you know.
And what I was trying to talk about was the St. Louis Cardinals. Now I'm not sure where you're all from, but we're here in this area. In our baseball team right now is St. Louis Cardinals, and I don't know what the hell's going on with them. Sometimes they hit the ball, sometimes I can't see the ball, but I'm not going to pretend that it's easy. I'm just saying that you got a lot of good players there, and nobody's got they're just not all singing the same tune, if you know what I mean. And then the management, they're all thinking they know what the hell they're doing, and obviously they don't. And I don't know if you looked at the stands, but it's a ghost town. We went being spoiled around here and having like all these games sold out, and now they can't even put those fake 2020 scoreboards of people in the seats to show up. They won't even show up now. They're not even real. So I don't think it's not just I need to light my cigar. It's not just the ball team itself. I think it's the damn city too, right? So I don't want to go over there. If they would just clean up the streets and stop all the violence and the shootings and the robbings and the carjackings, what they need to do is just, you take care of that. Then I'll tell you what, you talk about if you build it, they will come. Well, guess what? They feel safe. They're going to come. Shit, get a good halfway decent baseball team. They got a halfway decent baseball team, but they ain't worth dying over. They ain't worth getting killed over, or losing your car, or your kids, or well, maybe that one Brady one that's a little whiny. But other than that, it just ain't worth it. So you know what? You want to invest all this money in your team and your man, all this other extraordinary millions of dollars. How about just buying some damn security and taking care of the streets over there? Hell, I bet you got 200,000 vets that are willing to take patrol on the streets every night. They ain't doing nothing else but sitting around watching games, drinking beer anyway. They're just pissed off. Let the veterans hire them as rent-a-cops. Let them patrol the streets. I'll guarantee you, we'll take care of some shit out there then. Ain't it? Those little thug busters, they ain't gonna run around doing shit. So, all right, I'm all done with that rant. Damn, try to watch some decent baseball with Mark McGuire, Ira Smith. Yeah. Now what we got? Remember Yadier Molina? Yeah, I got nothing now. All right, so moving on. Here's enough about sitting there crying and complaining about our sports teams around here. Hey, remember St. Louis Rams? Yeah, man, neither bastards. So let's go on to something a little bit more light and not so serious. What we got here? Oh, really? Trickster. So Illinois Governor Pritzker, he come up with a solution for the problem. Well, he's got it with 37 different counties. They all signed these petitions, getting together and trying to break away from the union, what they call it in Illinois. They don't want to be part of Illinois no more. We're not just having a flight from all the smart people getting the hell out because they can't afford to live here no more. We got people holding entire counties like, you know what, we're done. We want to, you know what, let's divide it up north, south, whatever you got to do. Yeah, I just put us to a different state. This is crazy. Well, Pritzker, he just gets up there with his jelly donut and he laughs. He says, guess what? That's not the way it works. Illinois is a Democrat state. Well, you know what, Mr. Jelly Donut, Illinois is not a Democrat state. You gerrymandered everything to make it a Democrat state. To where, maybe Chicago, the cop, yeah, you got a couple counties out there and you just pile everybody in there nice and tight and then make them your little slaves. Well, guess what? When I'm not saying slaves like slaves, but slaves like you make them dependent upon you and for their survival. You're trying to give everything away free, but then, you only give them away free. You're giving away to the sanctuary city. Oh, come on in. Now you're giving their jobs away. And letting these people down that come on in this country over the last year. And now guess what? Guess what jobs they're doing? If they're working, or you just setting them up in your Hilton for free and feeding them off of everybody else's tax dollar that's out there working. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, so your answer was if you don't like it, you can just leave. Really? You can just leave? Well, guess what, Mr. Pritzker? We got another election coming up. If you want to talk about just leaving, we don't need Trump and the National Guard. We got our own. Now, I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying that we got our own National Guard. I'm pretty proud of it. So moving on to that, because, you just don't make no sense. Mr. Jelly Donut, you hear me? You just don't make no sense. Now, I'm not being hating. I'm not, I'm not. Well, then again, we don't really have a good history of governors anyway. They all ended up in getting on that free housing thing. What do they call that? Prison? Yeah. So anyway, I'm probably running out of time. I'm going to go ahead and take another news break. And so that's enough for politics, because that's another one of those things that just chaps my nipples. So we're going to move on to we got here President Trump. So in the news today, President Trump come out and he had a news conference, and he had all of them up there. He talked to a lot of people. So it was the biggest news conference he's had. People in that press room showed up, and it was pretty big. A lot of people showed up there, probably because they finally let him in. I don't know, but Trump says he's going to Russia next week, and he's going to sit down with that Russian fellow. What's his name? Vladimir. And then he's also going to sit down with that Zelensky puppet person. He's also going to sit down with Zelensky, who, you know, thinks he got big balls and he's taking on Russia, but he ain't taking on nothing but his own dreams. Russian, that's what they're just built on war. That's it. They've been built on. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they try for. They could be, you know, own the world with their in a capitalist kind of way because they got such a rich land that they can do so much with. Man, they ain't doing nothing with that. They rather fight. I don't know what the hell so pissed off at. I guess they're sitting around drinking vodka and eating potatoes. That piss everybody off sooner or later. But anyway, he's going to go up there and he's going to sit those two fellows down in a room and they're going to negotiate. Now, I got on True Social a little bit earlier and I messaged them. I said, so what I recommend, you get one man sitting here and one man there. Hands up, join, with the fingers there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. And whoever wins 2 out of 3, that's who wins the war. And it's over. Nobody has to die. It's done. You can thank me later, but that's what needs to be done. And one more thing here, because see how he took care of business in D.C. Now, why in the world would anybody want their nation's capital looking like a shithole? Yeah, I said that bad word on TV. Why would you want your nation's capital looking like a shithole? Now, you know, the police officer, mayor, and all that stuff in there, or not the police officer so much, but the mayors, the people who run that city say, oh, ain't no problem here. Our numbers aren't that high. Crime is down. Well, what number is acceptable? What carjack, how many carjackings per year is an acceptable number when you say it's down? You didn't say it's gone, you said it's down. How many murders are an acceptable rate? Obviously, you don't have it under control. If there's just one murder, that's one too many, wouldn't you think? Are you going to look at that mom in the eye and say, well, you know what? It falls under the acceptable rate, so everything's under control. So we're going to send those National Guard fellas back home because we don't need them. I tell you what, that's just a damn shame. Don't turn down help to your constituents that are there putting you in office because they trust in you. They trust in you for your safety. They trust in you for you just about everything that they put you in charge of. Why would you let them down? Why? All right, that's all I got for tonight. I got to get stuff into these jalapeno, don't touch your peppers, and get those brats on. They're going to be good. I still got daylight here. Weather's, look at that. See that flag flying? That means we still got some good weather, and I'm going to take advantage of it. All right, so don't forget to head over to that Amazonian web thing, pick up your old Redneck Republican cookbook, smoking cookbook, over 90-something recipes to fatten you up, plumper than a plumper than a pregnant possum. I don't know where that came from.
Are you thinking what I am thinking? Giant smoker. Giant smoker.